Hey, what's up everyone, Morey Croson here, and today we're going to be going over how to maximize your backside mechanics, and we'll start the video right now.
This is the newest edition of the Performance Lab.
Reach your individual goals. You don't want to just talk about straight line speed. We also want to talk about your ability to be quick. We break down your video. Let's make you into the quarterback I know you can become. All right, so this is going to be a really important video for people to be able to understand how to really maximize that backside mechanics and making it so we don't let that heel come too far back behind us. And there's a lot of reasons why that will end up happening. I think a lot of it goes to mechanics, a lot of it goes to just kind of a lack of range of motion within the big toe, and then also just a lack of knowledge of what should be happening as we're striking the ground. And just to make it that much clearer for you guys, I wanted to go ahead and show you this. This is Marcell Jacobs here running the 60. And I think this is such a great explanation of what it is that we're talking about, where you can see him landing here, and even to get an idea of how quick he is, right? He's landing at 0.96 with the foot contact, and immediately we could see knee bend, and we could see that heel coming up off the ground, right? And then he's here, and by 0.03, he's already about off the ground, right? By 0.06, he's definitely, pretty far off the ground there. So I would say that his foot contact time is probably about 0.08, maybe even lower, or like a high 0.07, somewhere in there. And that's very, very impressive, and something that really gives us a great insight into how we can be more effective with our foot contact time and our backside mechanics in order to really maximize our sprinting. So what we commonly see when people strike the ground is we see this type of movement within the leg where the foot is coming and we're keeping a higher shin angle, where what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to really get this heel up and bend the knee as fast as you can. So when you're landing, we want to be landing and getting to that position where we have this shin facing down, we're getting the knee bent, instead of landing and keeping the leg and knee straight. And what happens is when we get to this position, now we're going to get our foot up back here, and it makes it so that knee doesn't come through very quickly. The idea is we want to be able to get here, bend this knee, and once this foot gets crossed, we want to be as fast as we can to be able to cycle that leg right up and through. And so the better we could do at being able to land and bend in that back big toe is usually what I cue, or be able to get that back heel up, or bend in this knee, right? All those things end up being important to make it so then we can cycle this leg right back up and through. If we're here, if we're straight, that's what's going to make it so now we're going to get stuck further back here, or if we can keep that knee bent, now we can keep that foot back underneath us a little bit quicker, and it helps us in being able to get that cycle through. When you see those guys that have that really quick kind of leg cycle here, right, that's because as they're striking the ground, they're bending the knee and being able to really get good flexibility within that hamstring, within that quad, and cycle right back. You don't want to end up losing the striking the ground or the power, the force into the ground because you're trying to get off the ground so quickly, right? So we want to be able to, and just recently made a video about this, of how to strike the ground and the proper way to be able to do that with the foot to make it so we're maximizing that, okay? And we don't, again, want to end up trying to shorten that. We want to be able to maximize that, but still, we can maximize that by being able to still be stable and get the leg through. So it wants to be a kind of a combination of both striking the ground as hard as you can and getting that extension in the hip and things like that, but then also being able to bend in that back knee, get that heel up, and cycle right back through. And that's really the focus here, is just the backside mechanics. I have a little exercise to be able to help you guys out with this as well. So typically what I do is I just have people go on this slant board here, and there's a few different ways you could really improve here, but I usually go and really just try to get that heel up and really bend that knee as far forward as we can, right, to really maximize being able to get plenty of range of motion within that back leg, right, and within that back shin, and just getting a little bit more comfortability there and making it so people can really feel what that feels like. I have a good amount of force here. I'm not trying to absorb all of my weight into that back foot, right, but I do want to start getting that range of motion through that back toe and start getting that heel up to make it so then when I strike the ground, I can strike the ground and get a good quality bend within that big toe to make it so then I can toe off more effectively, and it'll make it so I can improve that leg cycle overall. So yeah, that's going to be the video here. I want to make it nice and short and sweet. Hopefully that concept makes sense to you, can help you in being able to get that foot up off the ground and quickly cycle with that back leg, with that back shin, get a good quality bend in that back leg, and really maximize those backside mechanics. So if you like the information, as always, click that thumbs up down below, subscribe to the channel. If you have any questions, comments, or recommendations, you can leave those down below. and check out some of the things we have in the description. We have breakdown options, we have program options, we have a lot of different things that will help you in being able to maximize your sprinting. If you're local here in the area, I would be happy to have you come out and do some stuff within the performance lab here. We do offer a free 30-minute assessment where you can come in and we'll go over your mechanics, see some of the main things that will really impact your ability to get to either top speed, maybe your start, your acceleration, things within the body. We're going to test to see how well you're able to bend and land and absorb, and just overall things that are important within your sprint mechanics. And it's important to, I think, to me, show you exactly what those are. And so we will show you within our screen. I record everything and we'll make it so you can actually see, like, this is what has to improve, this is what has to get better, so we can pinpoint that and help you improve that. And we do the same thing within our online programs, where it's like we really want to pinpoint the specifics of how you can improve and how you can get better, because if you don't know, then there's no way for you to actually improve. So once you can pinpoint those, now we can start to be able to have the conversation of this is what you need to do, and this is how you can actually improve that and get better quick. Thanks for watching. We'll talk to you soon.